Welcome back to the Compost Culture. I'm Hannah Rinaldi, and today I'm going to review a product that's been a game changer for our kitchen and for our kitchen waste. I've reviewed this product for the past 8 months so that I can bring you the most extensive review possible on YouTube. I'm talking about the Mill Food Recycler. I'm going to share all of the amazing things about this product. I'm going to share some of the quirks that I've learned about it along the way, and I'm going to share how it compares to other electric food recyclers on the market. Now, when I say we've put this to the test, I really mean it. I have a family of 5, and one of those kids is a middle school boy. He has lots of friends over. When I say that this has the capacity to entertain guests, I mean it. So, whether you're compost curious, you're looking to purchase a new electric composter for yourself, or you just kind of want to learn a little bit about the mill, stick around so you can learn all about it. Let's get started. Let's talk about what makes the Mill Food Recycler different from other electric food recyclers on the market. And obviously the big thing is its ease. I mean, it's very, very easy to use. It looks just like a normal trash can. If you put a little sign up here that says food waste only, it makes it so easy for guests to understand. No longer they have to look around and find your countertop compost bin or open one of these, put your food waste in. It truly is seamless. Just get your plate, leftovers, or whatever you didn't eat on your plate, put it in here. Whenever you're prepping food and you have food waste, put it in here. Super easy. By far, definitely makes it a winner in my book, and it's definitely been a game changer for our kitchen. Obviously, the other big thing is just the size. Like this is 6.5 liters compared to the other ones on the market. The Lomi, and this is the Vitamix recycler. The mill can actually take about 40 pounds of food waste a week. With the Lomi and the food cycler, you really just had to empty it as soon as you were finished with it, when you were finished with the cycle. I guess in hindsight, you probably don't have to empty it every single time you're finished with a cycle. It's just kind of like what we got used to, just because the bucket is a lot smaller. Another big difference between the mill and the Lomi and the food cycler is the charcoal filter. The charcoal filters here, they're actually made from used coconut shells. That's something that would just normally be a waste product. But the really cool thing about that charcoal is that it really only has to be changed once a year. Whereas with the food cycler and the Lomi, it was more like every 3 to 4 months. I did notice a smell after a few months. I've had this for 8 months, and we haven't once noticed a smell, which is, really, really great, especially since we use it every single day, multiple times. All right, let's talk about some of the quirks. It's super, super cool that this is connected to an app on your phone, and you have a schedule. So mine is scheduled to start every single night at 9 p.m. But because it's because it's signaled from the app on my phone through the internet, when the internet is out, it's a little difficult to get it to work. We had several hurricanes this fall. We had power outage. Obviously, when the power's out, it's not going to work. But even more so, we had internet outage for off and on about a couple weeks. At first, I just had no idea what to do, and then finally I Googled it and did some troubleshooting. There is a way to override it. You can turn it on without it being signaled from your app. So that's just something to think about before you lose internet. Learn how to do that. All right, join me as I empty my Mill Food Recycler. It's super easy. Lift up like this. This little top comes off, and check this out. Easy. All right, from here you have a couple of options. You could just compost this if you have a residential compost pickup program, or you can put it in your backyard. But one of the coolest things that really sets Mill apart from other electric compost companies is the fact that they have a send back program. All right, so they send you these boxes. They're already addressed and everything. And easy, box is made. Bag. You you fill your bag up with all of your dehydrated and ground up food waste. And then once the bag is full and the box is full, you just schedule a pickup. And the really, really cool thing about Mill is that they turn this into chicken feed. Because of that, you do have to be very specific about what you put in here and what you don't. So for example, like a bunch of sugar, a bunch of oil, those are things that you wouldn't put in here if you're going to send it back to Mill to make chicken feed, because obviously chickens don't want all of that crap. I actually put it in one of my worm bins. So why don't you come with me? We'll add it to my worm bin. You want to make sure that goes in all the way. You just kind of clean this off so that it's ready to go. Looks nice and clean. I really only clean it whenever I'm emptying it, and because it can hold so much, I really only empty it maybe once a month. You can buy a Mill food recycler outright for $999. It will be yours, or you can rent it for $29.99 a month. I think the rental option is really great. Once again, if you're looking at a residential pickup service as opposed to buying this, you really just have to look at the prices and see what's better in your area. But the price of this per month paired with the energy costs really be about $35 to $40 a month. So that's something to think about if you're interested in just renting one. You can actually try it. You can get your first month free, see if you like it. If you don't like it, just ship it back. I promise you, you're really gonna like it, especially if you're somewhere like New York City where you have to compost now. So, this is really how the future is going to be when it comes to reducing our waste. I really, truly imagine that every kitchen is going to have something like the Mill food recycler in their kitchen. Okay, so yeah, another quirk that I think is interesting to talk about is, like, I told you mine comes on every night at 9 p.m. What if there's something else you need to put in after 9 p.m.? Am I just going to put it back into my countertop compost bin, or can I put it in here? You actually can stop it. It's super easy. You just press a button. It will pause. You open it up, you add some more food waste. So I think that's pretty great that once it's started, you can stop it and you can add food waste. Another pro to the Mill is the sound. It is super quiet. Like I said, ours runs every night at 9 p.m. I run this and my dishwasher at the same time. It doesn't sound like much at all. It does not bother us while we're sleeping. However, when I use the food cycler and the Lomi, I could hear a little bit of that when it's mixing it up, that churning kind of made more of like a knocking sound. I have gotten a bit of a knocking sound in the Mill before, but it's only when I put something really lumpy like an avocado pit or something. All right, I really, really love this. It is different from the Lomi. So the real appeal of the Lomi is all the compostable plastics. I think that's great. I have a whole video of when I put my pellet case into my Lomi. It works. It's really cool. As far as the Mill goes, you do not want to put that in there. You don't want to put large bones, which pretty much is the same with other electric food recyclers. Meat, fish, small bones are fine. Pits and seeds are fine. Dairy and eggs, fruits, vegetables, peels and rinds, and then chop all this stuff up. Okay, now let's compare the Mill to the Geme. They look kind of similar, about the same size. One thing I like about the Mill is just, once again, it just looks a little better in my kitchen. This looks like something like possibly could be a dishwasher in a small apartment. When we were using this, nobody really understood what it was, and it's kind of hard to open. Do this. There you go. I really enjoy my Geme. I think this looks better in my kitchen. The difference is you put cobalt into this. It's microorganisms that actually make this usable compost. So this is truly an electric composter, whereas if you listen to my verbiage, I tend to call this an electric food recycler, just like the Lomi and the food cycler. They're all just dehydrators and grinders, whereas this, it's a dehydrator grinder, but then also adds microbes to break down the food and have it ready to be usable compost when I've used my food waste from the Geme, it actually works pretty well on my plants, whereas anything from an electric food recycler, I still have to continue a compost method in order to make it usable compost. In a dream world, I would have these two collaborate to where I could actually make usable compost from my mill. But once again, the cool thing about the mill is the fact that we can get chicken feed from it. So I really love that. You know, instead of being farm to table, it's table back to the farm. So I've really truly tried every electric composter, electric food recycler on the market. I've tried every single different type of composting available. And I have to say, I'm super impressed by the mill food recycler. There's a reason that it's the only one that's plugged in my kitchen right now. It's just ease, style, the fact that it can hold so much before I have to empty it. It just makes my life so much easier. Everything else just felt like a little bit of extra work, and honestly, I don't mind extra work when it comes to composting. Believe me, I owned a residential compost pickup service. I am fine being a soil slinger. I will work hard, but if you're a busy mom, you've got a lot going on, this is definitely something that you're gonna need in your kitchen. I promise it's a game changer. If you're looking for just a way to reduce your food waste, this is it. I have a link down below for you, and I like to keep you up to date on offers, special deals. So if there's an offer, a special deal going on right now, it will be in the caption. Check it out.